Hey everybody, welcome back. Hey, a few viewers had sent me a link to an article about the Nvidia Shield and the new Google TV streamer, which I thought it had a really interesting result. Now, this was published by a really good writer. His name is Ben Schoon. He writes for the 9 to 5 Google. He's a senior editor over there. I'm going to put the links in the description because I know you're going to want to read more from him. Hey, but let's go ahead and go through this real quick. Then you can tell me what you think about it. And my thoughts will be at the end too, as always. I may throw a twister in there for you at the end, but let's go ahead and let me go ahead and read this article for you. Okay, here we go. The article goes as: the Nvidia Shield is easily the most beloved streaming device in the Android space. It is one of the best boxes out there, but I agree here. But without an update over the past 5 years, without one on the horizon, they got nothing in the works right now for anything to do with the Nvidia Shield. So let's go ahead and keep going. So should you be looking at the Google TV streamer as a replacement? Here's what you should know. Now, the Google TV streamer versus the Nvidia Shield TV specs. Now, the 5-year-old Nvidia Shield TV in this article will be mainly looking at the $199 Pro model. Was the king of the spec sheet for ages. But in 2024, it's starting to lose some of that charm because there's lots of boxes out there now. And they're getting better and cheaper. Now, the Shield TV Pro is powered by the Nvidia Tegra X1 Plus processor. Now, that chip has plenty of raw power and launched in 2019 with the Shield. But the Tegra X1 is based on the same chip that powers the Nintendo Switch, first debuted back in 2015, making it almost a decade old. That's an old chip. As such, it's lacking in some of the important areas. Now, it supports the 4K HDR and NVIDIA's AI upscaling. Now, I do like that in NVIDIA, as well as the Dolby Vision and Atmos, but lacks AV1 support, the key codec for the future of streaming. One notable thing, the Shield lacks as a result of support for the HDR in YouTube. Okay, now that chip is paired with a 3 GB of RAM and a 16 GB of built-in storage. Another area the Shield specs are showing their age includes the HDMI port, which is still on HDMI 2.0B. Now, meanwhile, the Google TV streamer sports a technically tamer but more up-to-date package. The MediaTek 8696 chipset under the hood is the same one found in the Amazon Fire TV Stick Max 4K. Now, which is plenty capable, but not nearly as powerful as the Tegra found in Shield. But it is paired with a 4 GB of RAM, which we found helps make these devices feel quite snappy and overall comparable to the Shield in terms of experience. Now, the Google TV streamer also has twice as much of the storage at 32 GB. It supports the AV1 and has the HDMI 2.1B. Now, is the Google TV streamer matching the Shield TV? In many ways, still no. Nvidia box has a lot more raw power, and despite being out of date in some areas, has shown time and time again that it is up to the task of complicated home theater setups. Now, the Google TV streamer still needs to prove itself in that arena. Okay, as far as the hardware goes, the Shield's design feels very utilitarian compared to Google's. Now, the Shield has its signature green light and angular look and feel, but a slim profile that makes use of its size with ports. Now, on the back of the Shield, you will find a power port, 2 USB 3.0 ports, a gigabit Ethernet port, and that HDMI 2.0 port. With the Google TV streamer, the design is noticeably cleaner and would better fit a home theater. But it's also perhaps a little bigger than it needs to be. Seeing that it has fewer ports, this is a single USB-C port that is used for power as well as any external storage that you might want to hook up with an adapter. The OTG cable, which I think should be outlawed by now, as well as the HDMI 2.1 port and the gigabit Ethernet port. Now, onto the software, the new versus the old. Now, Google TV and Android TV are built on the same platform, but vary considerably. Now, Android TV is the legacy experience and the one that Google is mostly moving away from. As of 2024, it's got a lot of the same features as Google TV, including free channels and plenty of ads, recommendations, something the Shield finally gave into in 2021. It's overall cleaner. It's slightly outdated look for the home screen. Google TV has its fair share of advantages. The home screen has a more modern design throughout, better integration with your library of content, and a cleaner setting menu too. Now, you also get more content recommendations on the home screen compared to the Android TV, but that's certainly a matter of preference. There are also new features on Google TV that are unlikely to come to the Android TV experience, include the new home panel, which also enables the Nest doorbell notifications. Another advantage you'll probably find on the Google TV streamer is longevity. Now, while Nvidia's support for the Shield TV over time has been quite literally unprecedented in Android's history, it seems that it's drying up as the device hasn't seen an update since 2022. A Google TV upgrade is also probably never going to happen either, as we have not seen that happen to any other device. Meanwhile, the Google TV streamer ships with an Android 14, a version that's 3 updates newer than the Shield's Android 11 build. Okay, remotes. Simplicity wins for both of these devices. The remotes seem to follow a very simple philosophy: simplicity. The Google TV streamer and the Shield both have remotes with a limited number of buttons and a simple layout. They also both have a customizable shortcut button. But personally, I prefer the ergonomics of a Google TV streamer's remote overall. Now, the Shield TV gets some serious points for being backlit though. The question of whether you should buy a Google TV streamer or the Nvidia Shield TV is a remarkably simple one to answer. And you can find that answer by simply asking, what is it you want it to do? Now, if you just want to use streaming apps, the Google TV streamer is the way to go. I have other thoughts on that, so keep watching. Are you considering switching from Shield to a Google TV streamer? Hey, let us know in comments below and start a conversation about this. The more people that have these, it's great that you join in on our comments. It really helps everybody in this community. So comment when you can. I appreciate it very much. Now, Google has priced this at $99, okay? That kind of puts it into the higher end area if you ask me, along with having to use an OTG cable to hang on a hard drive. That's just nuts to me right now in this day and age. So is it worth it? I personally don't think it is. That's just me. Not when you can get a really very stable and competitive on TV 4K box from Walmart for $49. And that comes with a standard USB so you can hang on a hard drive to add more storage to it. So the On 4K box might be the way to go right now. It's a well-built box. It's so much less. I mean, you look at Nvidia Shield. Nvidia Shield, $200. Google's TV streamer, $100. The On 4K box that has proven to be very, very good, that's at 49 bucks. Also, here's a video I made that takes you step by step setting up an On 4K box. Hey, and this video right here, it's one you're gonna wanna follow up on. I set up a robust media library from copying your DVDs all the way to the TV. And all the software in this video is free. But be sure to check out these 2 videos right here before you go spend your hard-earned money. It might change your mind a little bit. If you want the newest thing on the block, then definitely go get it. Hey guys, remember, if you can, please like this video. And if you would, go ahead and subscribe if you're not subscribed already. You guys took care of me. I'm trying to take care of you. As you know from my website, people are getting hell of a deals. So, but yeah, that's a great way to support the channel, is if you could just like and subscribe and share the video also. That really helps, and we sure appreciate it so much. So what do we say? Life's good. Keep smiling. See you on the next one, guys.